Hey guys, welcome back. The title of the video is going to be My Intuition Forest is Gone. Be ready for change. Now, I was going to do a video on me getting monetized, rolling up on my intuition forest, and unfortunately, this is what I see. They tore it down. This is always the start of my videos. I'd crawl in through these pine trees over here, and then I'd start my walk, and it's all gone. Again, be positioned in life for change. Okay, no doubt. That is what happens in this world. We have to be ready for change. And look, they tore up all these. Oh, this must have been a big hole of a pine tree. Yep, this is that row. I would always be walking, right? I'd be walking this row all the way up to here. Man, and it's all gone. Somebody's gonna have a nice piece of property here with a nice view. Well, maybe not. They'll probably build other houses around here. Look at these tracks. Woo! But yeah, that's the thing, man. Be ready for change in this world, because it's coming. You know, I talk about change quite a bit when it comes to AI. I didn't really have content planned for this video, but hey, let's just roll with it. There you have it. You know, life changes, and you got to be ready for it. You got to be always on your toes, ready for change. You know, probably not going to see this forest again right here. And that's the thing. Just be ready for it. Okay? Be ready. Make sure your family is ready for it too, because this world's a ruthless world. Everyone's fighting for their position. So on and so forth. But yeah, they're staking out other properties here. I see other pink stakes. So they're going to be bulldozing even more. I don't know if they'll get to these necessarily, because those stakes are kind of farther over that way. It's kind of deciduous trees right there. But yeah, that's the thing. I think my days are numbered in this forest. They're definitely building faster than you can imagine. And I always wonder, like, where is all this money coming from? It's not like where I live in Kalamazoo is building up big industry or big factories, or where's this money coming from? To be honest, I believe that this money is still coming from the pandemic situation. I think that most of the money from New York and California is just getting spread across the United States of America. Honestly, that's what I think is happening. I've even seen a couple neighborhood Facebook posts where people have mentioned they're from California and whatnot. And that's what it is. All that California money is being spread across the entire nation after that pandemic. So, yeah, and that's why you're seeing houses still pretty sticky as far as prices go. The prices have not fallen very much. So, you know, be ready for change in your community. I'm sure you guys have already seen it. You know, if you've lived in the same community for 10, 15, 20 plus years, you're probably seeing the same thing. You're seeing new, fresh money come into your town that you've never really thought about before. You know, you never thought that houses could go up in value over and over and over, year after year after year, even with high interest rates. You would think that with high interest rates, we'd see a, you know, coming down in price, but that's not the case. And if you look, like, you know, the new gold card that Donald Trump and his administration are selling, I think they sold like 1,000 already, like in a day. You know, those $5 million gold cards. What do you think's going to happen? You know, the people are going to come here and they're going to be building new McMansions in forests like this, which, you know, it's kind of sad. There's a lot of deer I see through these forests. Every time I walk through here, you know, I'll give you guys a frontal look. You always see deer and deer tracks and obviously deer dung. You got to watch out for that. But yeah, so it's kind of a bummer, man. I'm not going to get too many rides through this forest on doing my YouTube channel, but you know, I'll go out there and I'll find a new forest somewhere else. That's the thing. Maybe we want to definitely push for our government to keep our national parks, because that's really sad to see a beautiful pine tree forest back there get demolished. But at the end of the day, you know, humans have a right to build their dream, and that's probably somebody's dream house, no doubt. The lot's already been sold and somebody's looking forward to that, and they're going to build a wealthy life, okay? And that it is what it is. We have to accept that. We have to accept change and where things are going, and be nimble enough in your life to accept change. And that might mean saving up cash. Save up cash and stop spending your money at the end of the day, because you need to be positioned to make a move. That move might be physical sometimes, you know. You might need to liquidate your position when it comes to where you live, and maybe you have to live somewhere cheaper, right? Or maybe your neighborhood changes and you want to move up in the world. Who knows? You know, things change and you got to be able to adapt. Now, I didn't have any plans for the content for this video, but you know, that's what it is. So yeah, it's kind of sad, man. Let's check this out. It's kind of cool to see this whole view of the forest. You know, this will probably be all gone. I think they're planning on building a road straight through that, because the road is way over there that I walk through. But yeah, it's kind of fun just to get lost in here and listen to the birds. There's always a lot of crows up to the top of the trees. There was yapping up there. Yeah, it's kind of pretty. So, but I keep doing videos in here. I probably got maybe, who knows, maybe I got like 3-4 months, something like that. Once the bulldozers get in over here, it's pretty much done. You know, maybe I could squeeze some in over in this field. Who knows? Let's see. Kind of doing a little bit of a vlog / be ready for change video. Why not? You know, you gotta kind of have fun with things and be flexible for change, right? But yeah, so yeah, this opens up to this big, massive field over here. See? And so this is going to be all, I think, like probably luxury housing or something like that, with large lots. They're not doing this like a cookie cutter. So, but yeah, back to the forest. I'm sad about it. Well, it's kind of funny though. You just gotta get a laugh at it. You gotta move on. You know, that's the deal. It's like the election last year. You gotta get a laugh out of it and move on, whether you're for or against it. At the end of the day, don't let that dictate your life. This life is moving forward, whether you like it or not. You just gotta roll with the punches and keep moving forward, okay? So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the little forest tour and be ready for change. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, you know, where you think I should go. I was actually thinking about maybe driving over to Lake Michigan a couple times, do some videos over there. That's real pretty, but it's like a 40-minute drive. So I'd probably need to get like a couple of content ideas before I go out there, make sure I got, you know, what I want to talk about in those videos before I take a 40-minute drive. That's a bit of a commitment there, but you know, who knows? I'll try to find some other places around here. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about change and how you guys adapt to change and what do you do to position yourself to deal with it. So anyways, you guys have a great day. Take a look at my previous video if you could. And thanks guys. Cheers.